Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Strucia.
And I'm your host. You might have to start using the term mid-slayer, Dave Spades.
This episode is our weekly anime review, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
Weekly anime review.
Yes, it is.
A lot of great anime and
Yes.
one not great anime.
Yeah,
but a lot of... Otherwise, I was like...
Oh, awesome week.
Yeah, I was like watching episodes and I was like, this is great.
It's so cool.
This is great. It sucks. The last one we watched was the... whatever, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's start out with a great episode of Kaiju No.8.
Oh, yeah.
Solid episode.
Awesome
all
episode.
around.
Awesome episode. I wasn't even mad that, like, I thought I'd be angry that, like, the vice captain fight only lasted, like, 2 minutes or something like that.
I don't think it would have lasted too much longer, though.
Probably not, no.
Yeah.
And they might be saving it for a later date.
Yeah, they definitely. It seems like there might be a rematch.
Yeah, with his ghosts fighting at the end there.
Yeah. That was cool.
That was the vice captain's dope.
Yeah,
His about like this. I enjoy this show a lot right now because when it first started, I thought like, okay, he turns into a kaiju. That's really cool. And then I thought the Defense Force. I thought all of their powers were sort of like not unique. They all sort of had like just the general same gun power stuff. But at varying degrees of power. Like even Mina, like her power is just I shoot guns really strong.
Gun,
yeah, exactly. But it's really cool to see that the vice captain has like, you know, his unique fighting skill. It's purple. It does all this different kind of stuff. Like it's cool.
Heat up the swords a lot.
Yeah, that was really dope. Yeah. So it's like I was really happy to see like that. Like the Defense Force actually has depth, not just we punch hard. You know, which currently is what our kaiju does. But you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently, in catching teeth with his.
Well, he can control his whole body. I think so. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nipple turned into a mouth and
that was fun. That was smart. I didn't even think about that.
When he cut into him and he saw the core, I was like, "Oh
no, that's not good." Which really
like when you transform, when he transforms into a human, does he go back to human organs?
I don't know. That's a good question. Or does he always have a kaiju core? I don't know. Well, because like also like it's very confusing a little bit. I know it's confusing. It's supposed to be confusing. They haven't explained it to us yet. But like, so when he has kaiju core, all that stuff. But where is the parasite that went inside of him that made him into this?
I have no idea.
Because I thought that would be his core, you know?
Yeah, maybe it is in the core.
Maybe.
I don't know what actually is in the core.
No idea. No idea. Just rainbow.
Just a June month core. Yeah, that fight was really cool. And I love how Mina took a picture of the vice captain because he was depressed that he let Kaiju No.8 get away. Like that the villain's now Kaiju No.9.
That's awesome.
Great name. And took over a different body, smarter than the villain.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That fight was awesome, and they animated it very well.
Yeah, overall,
it's tough right now just because One Piece is just out of control.
Yeah,
so it's just it's like everything One Piece. I actually, when we talk about One Piece, I'll save the One Piece talk for the One Piece.
Yeah. But it was animated really well. I think
music was on point again. Of course.
I think a lot of fun of it too. But I really do like that our boy as a kaiju, just like his main power is just like he is Deku. He uses the
electric energy.
Yeah, exactly. When he smashes, and it's awesome. It's so cool. I enjoyed. I mean, every second of this episode was great. The beer scene was great. Peak though. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Awesome. Just like when Reno, the vice captain's like, "Here comes the real battle" or something, and he's like, "What?
What do you mean?"
Yeah, and they all start screaming at each other.
I loved when the military guy got drunk and he was just like, "Yeah, you guys did everything bad."
Yeah, he's like, "You was the arm wrestle," and obviously Kafka gets absolutely destroyed.
I love that Kafka was obliterated instantly.
Little backstory, not too deep backstory, which I enjoyed. Of that kid, his family is in charge of all the suits and military.
That's
weapons.
really cool. Yeah, maybe he'll get some experimental stuff in the future.
Well, him and his dad don't talk to each other.
Probably because he wanted him to go into the family business instead. He went to go fight.
That was a good way to do a backstory, though.
That was sweet.
It wasn't wasn't too much to it, and we'll get more of it instead of just it's all right. Now we're just gonna make half this episode about this guy's backstory.
I know.
Someone's dying.
Yep.
Because that stupid line where he's like, "I want to make sure we all come back alive." I was like, "Yep, someone's dead.
Someone's so dead. They might all be dead. Who knows?"
And they're really branching out with characters, so I'm like, "Oh, they're really making us a lot of different characters."
There's a good chance a lot of people. My money's on the military guy. I think he's gonna bite it first.
First, you think?
Yeah, I think he's strong and tough, but he's definitely a silent character that likes everyone is watching there because and him and the green hair guy have a solid bromance going on and all that stuff.
They really do.
I think he's dying first, especially since he's when he's one of the people who's I want to bring everybody back.
Yeah,
ooh, that means you might sacrifice yourself.
Yes. Yes.
So I could see that. I could see it happening. Yeah. But overall, that scene, it was just a lot of levity in this episode, which I liked a lot.
Oh, it was a great episode.
Once again, Kaiju and Raiders balances everything perfectly. So that's a special show.
That's
man.
what they balanced it. Yeah, they balanced. And now he's an officer, which is great.
That was really, really nice. Well, I was actually, when they said that, I was very surprised myself. I feel like, oh, good for him.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Good for recognizing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like really happy about it. I thought it'd be like a nothing thing for me. It's like, oh, this is awesome.
And I actually love the scene between him and Mina. Just because, like, I love their, like, personality with each other.
Yeah.
Like, how, like, she keeps it super serious, but at the same time, she's like, like, like
50 push-ups.
Yeah, I really like that. And now she's gone.
Yeah.
For a while,
yeah.
so we'll see what that's about.
I'll say, I don't know what's going to happen now.
Oh, and the new Kaiju showing up.
Forgot
that
about
thing
that.
looks sick.
Oh, I wonder
It's
what
a flying
number it
Kaijus,
is.
which is worse.
I wonder what number it is. I hope it's an older number.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, like Kaiju number 5 or something like that. Dude, and it was controlling other Kaiju, which I know number 9 can do. I wonder if Kafka can do that. He can sense them. I wonder if he can control lesser Kaiju or Yuju, whatever they call them.
Maybe it has to be like
Yoju?
his type.
Possibly. That's a good point. I never thought about it. Yeah, because Mushroom Guy was... Well, yeah, maybe. But Mushroom Guy did control all those other weird ones that weren't really mushrooms. I call him Kaiju number 9, sorry. I think it was like a mushroom to me.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was
Good guess. Good guess.
Maybe he has to create them.
Maybe that's possible. Yeah, it does seem like they're doing that.
Yeah. So I don't know. This guy looks badass. And
I know.
Really, that was like one of those episodes. Great fight, great jokes. Him getting promoted, and then got me pumped for next week.
Yep.
They did it all.
They did. Great. They nailed everything that they needed to. So I'm very happy with that.
And speaking of getting pumped for next week, what an episode My Hero Academia had.
I know. It was crazy. Yesterday when we were golfing, Alex told me, it's like, have you watched My Hero yet? And I was like, no.
We should.
And he said it was like awesome. We didn't have time yesterday.
I know.
And then Owen texted me today when he was watching it, and he was like, this episode was a 10 out of 10. Like, highly recommend. And I was like, this was so good. This episode was awesome. Fix your mic.
What's wrong with my mic?
Look at the thing.
Oh.
There you go. I just noticed it. Great. I actually, I don't know if you thought this. I know they went through the whole thing where it's like, we're going to use him. We're going to use Naval Laser to like catch, to trick One for All for One into coming out and all that stuff. I kind of thought he double crossed him for like I said. They had me
double cross Deku.
Yeah,
yeah.
They had me going again, even though they told us the plan.
I 100% thought that. I was so mad. I was furious. When Deku was like, he's like, you. What did he say? He's like, you betrayed me or something. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you idiot. Because like the way he was and I like how they yell at each other about it. Like, your acting was too good. Because like obviously it's like cartoons, so they can overact and like they can draw them so they're like perfect at acting. Yeah. But when he was crying, he's like, I gotta protect my mom and dad. I was like, God damn it,
dude! Like, come on, you had a second chance, and then it was fine. It was like they got me good. That's amazing.
I am actually so mad that I watched a preview for next week.
Yeah, did I watch the preview?
I watched half the preview because I want to stop because I was like, how do they convince All for One?
Oh, they're running through how they did that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the kid like
talk to him, yeah.
You can mind control them.
Yeah, he used Kirigiri.
Yeah, and so he like
which I was even thinking about. That was ingenious. It's genius.
So the plan they actually had all along
yeah,
was actually pretty good.
It was awesome. Solid plan. Solid plan.
So before we get to the best part of the episode, which was really only like the last like 5 seconds, but it was so cool.
Yeah.
I really thought Naval Laser. I was convinced when they move out of UA into like this little special building. I really, really enjoy the conversation Deku and Uraka had.
Yeah, it was nice
because they were like, I love how they were both like, I know like they killed tons of people and things, so we can't forgive, like we can't just like let them get away with it. And it's like it's more like they were just like Superman hero level, like I just want to save them.
Yeah,
and stop them. Like that, like that's what their last line was. They're like, "We need to stop them," and I'm like, "Great,
awesome, amazing." And talking about, and like they're talking on the level that like these people are kind of crazy, so they don't know. They might not honestly, like some of them might not know what the right thing to do is. Like Toga clearly has every screw loose in the book.
I mean, she knows, but
yeah, I think she knows. But I think like I don't know. I think she had her. Well, yeah, I guess it's a good point. I don't know. She just the point Uraraka was making is that like maybe she like is told it's bad but doesn't get it, and it's like.
Yeah,
I understand this. This is a hero stance they're taking right now. It's like we gotta save them no matter what and all this stuff. And I'm like,
that's great. I'm definitely
jail.
Oh no, that's what I like about it. It seemed like they were like,
yeah.
When she literally said she's like, we can't forgive them for like what they like those kind of things. I meant I don't like the whole in modern society. They're just like, well, maybe they don't understand. Maybe to them, killing's not wrong. I'm like, yeah, but we all as a group agreed that.
Yeah.
So I don't care that they don't agree.
Yeah.
Like we all got together.
They don't get off for this.
The society got together and was like, no.
Yeah. We ain't about this.
But I don't think that's fine.
Yeah. That's cool. Neat. You want to join them in jail?
Also, I had to skip for first of all, this episode where it started out like a freaking bullet train.
Yeah.
It was like started out with Toga's like backstory there, which at first I was like, oh, when I saw her house, I was like, oh, maybe I feel bad for her. Like, not for everything she's done, but as a kid, then they're like, had a bunch of this like murderer, and I was like, oh, maybe she killed people.
Yeah, maybe she's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Her dream was really weird.
But she's also weird, so that makes total sense. When I was watching, I was like, this makes total sense.
Yeah. But when she woke up and she was like biting her wrist, I was like, bah!
Yeah, let's not do that. Like how Davi burned her house, too. That was cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. Davi's a maniac.
He is an absolute maniac.
He actually, there are points when he's talking and was like, yeah, man, you make Toga look kind of sane sometimes, dude. Like, it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see. I think it was the first time. Is this the first time we've seen him this season?
Davi?
Yeah.
No, he was in last episode.
Oh, okay.
For like a little bit. We were all.
That's right. Because
was that last episode or the one before?
The last episode.
It was one before.
One before it. Okay.
Where All for One's like, you're just like me or something.
Oh yeah.
He's like you're exactly like me. I was like, you guys are nothing like me. Okay.
They're really leaning heavily on Spinner to do something right now.
Yeah, because he can get all the heteromorphs.
Heteromorphs.
Yeah, he can get all of them to be on the side.
Yeah, I want to see how that goes exactly. They give him a device too. I mean, it was just recording or something.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, who knows? And all the also, I don't want to see this quirk. The weird finger thing that Shigaraki was.
Yeah, that was.
I don't want to see what this quirk is. Can we not have this quirk? Can we just keep him in his own? He's already gross enough.
Yeah,
Can we just not do this? Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
I don't want to see that quirk in action. It's gonna be so weird. But yeah.
At all. No.
Also, True All for One's main body there, dope.
Oh,
that outfit. He looked to
when he took a thing and he's like, they like jacked him up too, like even bigger. Like I was like, all right.
I always love that headpiece. It's so villainous.
I was like, he looks like Darth Vader. All right, here we go.
When the scene cut back, when they did their mid-episode cut and it came back and it showed his outfit, I was like, oh, that's awesome. So that was really good. But overall, this episode roller coaster. Loved it.
I love when Todoroki's like. He's like, oh yeah, no, like you're my brother, and Ida's like, he's like, I have a brother too, and he's like, I think it's a little different. Yeah, I think our families are a little different,
just a tad.
Or when they're all got back from like stopping, villains in the world or whatever, and Ida's like, everyone, make sure you brush your teeth before you go to bed.
That was hilarious. That was classic.
And then grape juice comes out of nowhere. It just goes, well, you don't want to stay up and talk dirty stuff, and Deku's like, no. He's like, I know what you mean. I'm like, oh my god, this kid is a weirdo.
Yeah, he is so weird. This is why no one likes him at all. But fair, yeah.
But overall, I hated that though, because then right after Deku was like, no, but I know what you mean. Then it cut to whatever the slime girl. She's like, I need to take a bath. I was like,
oh, why? They're teenagers.
But obviously, the best part of the episode was when they freaking endgamed it and
brought everyone in. Everyone's there. This is a huge fight that's about to happen. Like this is like he brought Shigaraki there, who isn't supposed to be able to move yet. I don't think.
No, it should be fine.
It should be fine now.
It's been a week.
Do they time skip that at the end there? Okay,
yeah.
I thought they
time skipped 3 days.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that was great. The stupid spies that were in UA.
I know.
It was like, you dorks, you're not gonna do anything.
Their plan was to literally get Deku out of there. It's like, okay.
I don't know how they were gonna do that, but all right.
Yeah. What I thought was awesome about this. So yeah, when Shigaraki and all of them are coming out, I was like, oh, Dabi's wearing like a new outfit, looks badass.
I like it.
I was like, oh god, and she's got stupid like Dead Man's Army or whatever ability, which is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
We thought we escaped.
We thought we were done. That was gone, but nope.
And then when Deku, first of all, David Laser was hilarious when he was just like standing there, he's like, I peed my pants.
I was like, too much information.
I know. But when portals open for Deku, I was like, oh, first of all, I'm interested to see how they got that guy controlled the portal.
Thought you just talked about they used
sorry, I didn't remember the guy's name. No, I'm talking about how what I was talking about before was how Naval Laser and his family could lie to All for One. They used the guy's mind control ability.
Yes, that makes sense.
The tournament.
Yes, I understand what you mean now. Yeah, that makes total
sense.
I'm
interested to see how they got that guy to help.
I think they probably used him again.
Oh, maybe
because that makes sense. All you had to do was have Kirigiri answer him.
Oh, okay.
Right? Either that or this might be more likely. You know how Eraser and President Mike were trying to get their buddy back?
Yeah.
they might have gotten their buddy back.
That's what I'm thinking.
That might have happened too. That would be more. While the hypnotization thing makes more sense in my brain, this makes more sense in anime. Yeah. They just got their buddy back.
Yeah, which we all be there for.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Well, he seemed like a cool kid.
Oh yeah, when the portal opened and I was like, oh, because I was like, first I was expecting is like Bakugo to come out. So like when it was actual hero, like the big time heroes, I was like,
that'd be sick. Yeah, when that never came out of there, I was like, oh, let's go.
Also, so smart.
I know,
like,
genius.
Any other anime, they'd be like, of course we're gonna have the main crew.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yep.
But it's like they're like, no. Let's let's put the real people out there.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't put the kids there.
Yeah, I know. The bunny girl's back. Muscle mommy, nice.
Of course, my Mirko.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a big arm.
I'm really interested to see how. I think I did watch half of the preview for next week. I do think that we might not see the fight next week.
Yeah, it could be
which
a lot
is
of
fine
time.
with me. That's fine with me.
This is a big plan that came together, so I'm fine to see the background, like the framework. They are allowed to waste an episode like that
because they still. Yeah, I feel like this fight's gonna be so awesome that I want to see it now, but I can wait.
Yep, agreed.
I can wait for them to do the show the plan episode.
Agreed.
I'm fine with that.
Agreed. Totally fine with that.
Speaking of wasting episodes, let's move on to. Oh, I already didn't say My Hero season
7.
Thank you. And then moving on to Demon Slayer arc.
Hashira training arc.
This episode sucked.
This Demon Slayer, if they, there is a slight chance it might be mid. And by slight, I mean like a 50-50 shot right now that this actually might, this show might be mid. We even talked, you talked about it last episode, just like, maybe it has no depth. If the entire freaking arc is like this, I mean, I'm glad it's 8 episodes then. This is the entire arc.
That's true.
Because if it's just him going from Hashira to Hashira training, and it's like true to the name, which is the Hashira training arc, I'm like, that's kind of boring.
Kind of boring. It's incredibly
super boring. Like, once again, like...
This could have been an episode of a season.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
Or it could have been like
I would have accepted two.
Two.
I accepted 2.
Yeah, it could have been
because he's just like... We don't even really see him training. He's just like body... Like, he's pretty much... To the last 2 Hashira he's gone through, he just bodied right through their training like it was nothing, and they set him on his way.
We also know that Tanjiro, like, is the happiest guy ever and... like makes everyone around him better.
Yes.
We don't need to see it twice, which we've already seen it twice.
Yes.
If we see it again, it's gonna be annoying.
Yes.
Probably. It's gonna be his big. I don't even care when he gets to the other ones.
I know. What annoyed me even more this episode was not all the wasted time, but like when we saw even when the Mist Hashira ran up there to do his training with the other two, which could have been cool. Could have been cool. Yeah, it was sick. It started out sick, and then they just turned it into like colors. It feels like filler. It feels like absolute filler right now.
I feel like it. Sadly, it's
not. They're doing. I know. And they're doing filler stuff. It's like filler episodes. They hide the fight scenes, so you don't have to like see them. So they can animate shit like that. That's what they did. That's
true.
The birds carried the episode.
Yeah, the bird. Yeah, the Miss Shashira's bird was definitely the highlight of the episode. Honestly. Yep. Yeah. When we were watching it, okay, what was the start of it? It was like. He was him like talking to Tanjiro. Oh, it all started like the episode was like they One Pieced us again.
Yeah,
and then it starts like it's like a 3-minute scene where he's like, hold this blade. Well, now stand farther back. Hold it, looking at me, and he like throws a paper airplane and cuts it, and then and the music's like intense, and I was like, what the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't
that
understand.
Took forever.
Yeah, I don't know. The swords are sharp. No shit.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That's
cut
why
skin that's like stone.
I know. Literally, it could have been like, oh, why is this guy here? It's like, oh, because I want my swords super sharp all the time, so I brought him here, and they're like, oh, okay.
Also, it's so dumb. Also, Tanjiro cut a boulder with his dumb sword before he even got a real one. We already know these things are sharp.
I know.
We know they can do things. Like that's just, I don't understand.
So anyways,
the whole last season was all about a sword, pretty much. So it's like, why are we still doing this?
That's so true.
There really is a wasting time, and like I know it's made right around the internet. That's where we saw it. The episode before this one with the Sound Hashira training, that was 1 page of the manga.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm really.
There would be a huge crescendo or nothing.
I'm really thinking like the manga just isn't that good.
It might be. It might be
because like I did see a lot of comments where they're like a lot of people were like, oh yeah, wait till like they get to the end and they're all disappointed like us. And I was like, ah, shit.
There's stuff like that. So my thought process on that is like, yeah, it could be really, really boring at the end. Definitely 100%. According to the manga readers, I could definitely believe that. But I'll always be jaded with the fact that they gassed up the Gear 5 One Piece so bad that like I don't fully believe everything they say anymore.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what it's gonna be. It's probably, but like, if it's going the way it's going, I'm gonna believe them. Like it's probably gonna be this season. This is probably what you call a 7 out of 10 anime right now.
Right now it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it might just be mid. It might just be 5 out of 5.
Entertainment District arc
was a peak.
Was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. The Mugen Train, absolutely incredible.
Yep.
And the first season is very good.
Yeah.
Very good. The last season before this, meh.
Yeah.
It was just meh. Yeah. That was like, I was like, okay, there was really cool parts, but that ended really poorly.
Overall, it didn't really do too much.
And then the first episode of this, I was like, okay, you know what? They fucking Attack on Titan us. Yeah. The first episode of this, I was like, all right. This episode was very bad.
Horrible.
Like, okay, so the demon thing shows up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what all it is. It's just looking for Nezuko.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like, oh, cool. We know that.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now there's a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
Cool. And no one in the demon village is seeing it for some
somehow.
reason.
Like,
somehow.
Even though they're
trained to do it.
Literally Hashira right there.
There's Hashira that can smell and hear demons.
I know,
like,
I know.
How are you not catching this?
And then, like, the last part of the episode, I was like, are we really doing this? Are we a paper airplane throwing contest?
That was egregious.
What was that?
Egregious. I hated that.
That was terrible.
That was dumb. And they just kept cutting scene to scene of them just smiling at it.
Oh my god, that little scene of after they threw all the paper airplanes, it literally lasted like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was horrible.
But you really said it with it was like when they started the paper airplane, you're like, this feels like filler. And you already said that now, but while we were watching the episode, because it's the only one we watched together, I was like, oh my god. Yeah. It does feel like filler. Yeah. It feels exactly like filler. Like this is so unimportant. No, that episode could have been a minute.
Yep. Yes. 100%.
Actually, we didn't even need it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't care about like the Miss Hashira is really cool. He's probably like out of the living Hashira, he's probably my favorite. No, second favorite. Uzi's still alive.
Yeah,
he's technically not a Hashira though.
I definitely like the Miss Hashira's fighting style the best. I think it's the coolest in my opinion right now. Till we see like.
Yeah, I want to see the Stone Hashira so bad.
I know.
He seems so cool.
I know, but he's definitely got the coolest fighting style right now. Yeah, Uzi's still alive, so he's got to be my favorite still. But like, in terms of people that are actively on duty, he's my favorite right now. That Miss Hashira's my favorite right now.
And also that one guy being like, he's like, Tanjiro's not even close to being Hashira. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. Well, he is, but he's also
I know.
He's also jaded from Tanjiro bashed his skull in with his own head.
That was awesome. But this episode was very disappointing.
Yeah,
it very much like disappointed me.
Yes, I was very unhappy with this. Did make me feel better about last season when the Miss Hashira just wiped out when he wiped out the demon. The number 4, number 3, or whatever it was. No, number 5. We were talking about it. I was like, yeah, they kind of finished it up fast. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like,
but clearly he's super strong.
Yeah, exactly. Because he took on 2 Hashira like it was not like nothing because he's getting hurt, but he like handles it no problem. So I'm just like, no, all right, maybe he is that strong. That's cool. Maybe feel better about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but overall, mid Slayer right now.
Yep, it's really not great, and I feel like next episode is not going to be really any better.
Oh, because the Love Hashira.
The Love Hashira.
She's so uncompelling. Yeah, which is uncompelling to watch for the entire time.
The episode is like, I eat demons too, so it's going to be all about eating food. It's like one of these episodes is fine.
Yeah.
A funny, like, blah, blah, okay, blah, blah, blah episode is fine. Tanjiro being Tanjiro, great. First of all, where's Inosuke and Zetsu?
Yeah, they're missing out on that one.
I don't know. It's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
My hero's amazing, though.
Yeah.
So.
When this arc's over, I'm going to look, or maybe when during it, I'll look up and see, like, how long this arc actually was in terms of the manga.
Yeah.
Because if it's, like, only like half a manga or whatever. I don't know what half a book. I don't know how they compile them properly.
Are those called chapters? I think. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because One Piece usually does like 1 and 1.5.
Okay.
Chapter.
Okay.
Where most anime usually does like 2.
Okay. Huh.
So the fact that they literally just wasted an entire episode on a page, like an episode is like a whole edition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that they just did it on a page.
Yeah, it was dumb.
This might have been a page too.
This might have been a page. These all could have been pages.
They're
possibly.
Paper airplanes.
That was so stupid. That was so dumb. Ugh. Anyways, let's move on to something else.
Yeah.
I'm sick of
Delicious and Dugeon. Another phenomenal episode.
I love this anime.
Senji, super interesting.
Very interesting. I did not expect it. I did not expect a cool backstory out of him. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was just gonna be like. Because he's already cool enough. He's like, I'm just a dwarf that likes cooking monsters. And now he's like, I'm a dwarf who probably had his entire family killed.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean,
probably by a griffin.
One of the guys is wearing that helmet.
Yeah. So His whole family's definitely dead.
Yeah, they're definitely dead.
Yeah, they're
definitely dead.
That's
That's really cool though that they actually discovered the dungeon.
Yeah, they broke into it somehow.
Lived there for longer than anyone because he said he's been in there for 10 years. And the dungeon's only been around for 8 or something like that.
6, I think.
6. So he's been in there for 4 years. So maybe he got stuck in there.
Maybe.
That's why he knows how to eat monsters.
That could be it. That definitely
because he had to survive.
Yeah, he's doing that. And it looks like the floor they broke into was this one. Mine, like, and
all the
gold's gone now because like it was gold when I first got here. So he probably like has fought this griffin before. Maybe that's what killed his family.
Maybe
that's why he got so scared. Yeah,
probably. The griffin was super cool.
Griffin was awesome.
Yeah.
This episode was phenomenal. Like even from the start when they were leaving the village and all that stuff, and they walk out and then the Mad Mage is just right there. First off, the Mad Mage is an asshole.
Yeah, the Mad Mage is
piece of actual garbage.
He's
executing people and all this stuff. It's like you're terrible, dude.
I know.
You friggin' maybe dark magic, black magic, ancient magic, whatever we're calling it, is actually bad because this guy uses it and he's horrible.
He's horrible. He's really
awful.
Also, it's like I just want to be like the Mad Mage is like I'm like, dude, you also suck.
Yeah.
How have you not found these guys yet?
I know.
Like, you're clearly trash. Like,
yeah.
Clearly you can teleport, obviously.
Oh, yeah, because you showed up there.
Maybe he can teleport.
I would not be surprised if he could.
I'm not surprised if he could, but maybe he can, actually.
Ah.
Now I think about it, because, like, he probably would have... Maybe that's why he's having trouble getting to them.
Maybe. He also can't locate them. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
his eyes are only... His only surveillance is through his familiar things, the red dragons. So, yeah, maybe.
No, also next campaign, 100%.
He can move around the whole dungeon, though, so like...
Next campaign, 100%, if anyone gets familiar, they're just blind. Because that was hilarious.
Okay.
That was hilarious. When Marcel had to put the blind on.
I can't see.
The familiar part of this episode...
Even when she started crafting him, and Laios is an A+ character. When she was crafting him, and he was getting all excited. It's like, what shape's it gonna be? And it's the stupid starbird thing. He's like, how dare you make these? These are horrible.
I love it.
He was so disappointed.
And then when she makes the stupid starfish, and then she's like, or what is it?
Skyfish.
Skyfish, yeah. And he's like,
oh, this is horrible.
Laios
Especially when she destroyed his perfectly his amazing dragon replica that he was doing. Oh, let this man cook.
It was probably a bad idea for her to show him that she could do that.
Yes, it was. Because he will want this forever now.
Yeah, she did. I like the point that she made it out because like they're like, why don't people just do this like to eat food or something? And then she's like, well, if you want to waste a week's worth of food, so it does take a lot of food.
Yeah,
to, like,
it does. But they're killing monsters, so it's like, and really, you only need calories. That's the big thing. So if you get enough meat off a monster.
The biggest shame of the episode was Marcel cutting her hair.
But new hairstyles.
Mommy Marcel, you can't cut your hair like that.
Mommy Marcel, is what we're calling her. I don't call her mommy.
No, she's not. She doesn't have mommy energy. But I do love Marcel.
Marcel's nice. She's definitely awesome.
I do ship her and Lyle so hard though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they'd be perfect together.
1,000%.
Also, Chilchuck, just being like, he's like, and again, I have a wife and kids. And the way they drew Marcel's face, her eyes were like chameleon eyes. It's just like, eh. And then what I love is they do this in the show a lot, and I love it. Is in the like, Senji's like, I can tell you about, or after Chilchuck said that, he's like, Senji's like, okay, I'll tell you about myself. And then in the background, Marcel's like, wait a minute, you have a wife and kids? Like, they do that sometimes, where like the characters will like talk in the background, and I love that.
It's amazing.
I think it's great.
It's such top tier. That was phenomenal. You were cracking me up when you said like, it was like the first meal actually that I probably wouldn't eat when they cut up the skyfish.
It just seemed, it had hair in it.
And that'd be the only thing that got me. But I could probably say, when you cut it open, it looked good. So.
That's the thing. It's like, it looked good when it was done.
Yeah.
But that was like the first one I was like, It's just like something about this one.
Yeah.
Maybe because it looked like a weird hot dog skin.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they did. She did make them weird like that.
Yeah. But once they finish it, I would probably eat it. You know what? Another A+ part of this episode is Catgirl was barely in it.
That's true.
She barely said anything.
Yeah, she just came back to consciousness this episode, right?
And all she did was just refuse to eat food. But whatever.
Okay, cool beans.
They like nailed it on this episode. Everything. I think they're.
Yeah. She's here to stay though. She's in the opening, so I hope they're just gonna like make her good at some point.
Yeah, I think she'll be better. I just it
sucks right now. Yes.
It seems like they know that she. I know she's here to stay, but I don't know if she's a permanent party member.
Okay.
Because like she literally was in like the last 2 episodes.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
So I wonder if like it's just like she's in the opening.
She's in the opening. Yeah, they changed the opening and put her in it.
Yeah, no, I just don't. I feel like she's like. I feel like it's gonna take like a bunch of episodes if they want to make her part of the crew.
Yeah.
Because the crew was already like it's
kind of already perfect. Yeah,
it's perfect. They really don't need anyone else.
Yes, that's fair.
Even like Fallon, like whatever.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Fallon's the goal right now.
Yeah. I don't really. Shiro, he could have came back.
He could have. I'd be fine with Shiro.
Also, the dwarf.
I don't remember.
Girl.
Yeah.
I think she could go back too.
Yeah.
Original members could always be.
I'll be fine with that. Yeah.
But they're all less dicks. The cat girl's a dick.
She's an asshole. Yeah.
But this episode was awesome.
Phenomenal. I can't, and I'm even more pumped for next episode when we get to Senji's backstory.
Ranking of like Demon Slayer's something at the bottom, but what was my episode of the week was My Hero, obviously.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah. This probably would have been second for me.
Yeah, I think
Kaiju No.8 was awesome, obviously, but like I don't know, there's something about this episode I was like, it's such a good time, and the battle was cool.
Yeah.
And the backstory was cool.
Yeah. It's tough. I don't know what my episode this week was.
There was a lot of great episodes this week. So.
Yeah, it's really tough. My Hero's giant twist was awesome, but I think I'm gonna give it to Kaiju No.8 this week because nice. I'm just playing on a macro here. I was more entertained the entire time. Where My Hero, like I was entertained, but there were a couple of parts where I'm just like, skip.
You skipped stuff?
Yeah, when they're just sort of like talking, doing nothing. When they were just all hanging out. So when they just got back,
skip. We have a podcast.
I skipped part of it. Yeah, it's fine.
Don't skip it. It's My Hero.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was great. All of it was great. But I understand that point. That point. But let's move on to... Oh, we're actually moving pretty quick on this episode.
Nice.
Surprisingly. Let's move on to One Piece.
Woo, Egghead Island.
Yes. Spoiler, One Piece time.
Yeah, facts.
Solid episode.
Oh, great episode.
Very good episode. This had a little more like old school One Piece vibes to it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I finally watched the opening. How much money did that opening cost?
Oh, it had to be so much.
What the hell?
Had to be so much.
It is animated to the tits.
Had to be so much.
What?
And they put every spoiler they could into it.
I
think about this when like the season started. Like,
yeah, that would have been much worse.
Like when the season started, like you didn't know Rob Lucci was coming, and then when you watch the opening one time, it's like, oh, Rob Lucci's gonna be here.
Yeah, the only reason I watched is because I was on the bike and I got sweat on my phone, so I couldn't click it or whatever.
No.
I will say one awesome scene is that in the opening is when Luffy's walking and they go through all his outfits, and they had Afro Luffy.
Yeah,
and then all the Straw Hats come through and they all start going through all the Straw Hats.
I loved that. I thought it was so cool. I just like the song.
That's animated opening.
Easily.
It's animated better than other animes.
Exactly. Yeah, facts.
Like modern day ones.
Yeah, truth.
That opening was animated better than all of Demon Slayer's this season right now.
Yep. Agreed. Totally. Like it's nuts.
But this was a classic One Piece episode. You know, right when the map showed up, and I was like, we know where we are.
I liked that a lot. I was here we go. I'm classic. Home. This feels like home.
It felt classic.
It was really cool. It was the I don't know, right after, not the first scene, but the scene after when the snails are getting destroyed, I'm like, okay, these are clearly the Seraphim that are doing this.
Yeah, so, it was, I think the first one getting destroyed, I was like, because it smacked it. But then the second one, you heard the,
yeah, I was like, okay. I was actually thinking, like, maybe they had other Seraphim, and it'd be like one of them went rogue or something like that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I think my running theory right now is that the Gorosi made it to the island.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, I was thinking because
that's the only one above Vegapunk that could give out orders.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Unless Stella did it.
Why would he do that?
It's One Piece, so he could.
He could be evil.
He could. I don't know if he's evil. Maybe he's doing something. I don't know.
Nah.
I think it's the Gorosi.
It's the Gorosi. Yeah, it definitely is. I hate that Rob Lucci and Giraffe Boy are up next episode.
Oh my goodness! Why can't we just chuck them in the ocean and be done?
I always totally forgot we didn't even talk about it last week, but that scene of Luffy and Zoro sitting on the couch, and Rob Lucci's passed out in front of Luffy, and Giraffe Boy's passed out in front of Zoro, and Zoro's just like, we need to get stronger villains.
Yeah, I know.
That was awesome.
After coming off the Kaido and King fight too, which is like, all right, guys, those almost killed you.
Shit on those two, right? Like they're just like, they're terrible.
Well, Zoro was gonna kill that giraffe if Stussy hadn't stepped in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that giraffe boy was dead.
Yeah, Zoro's definitely lost. He's definitely not gonna be there.
Oh, 100%.
Because I love when Luffy's like turns back, he's like, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Zoro's shut up.
And he's definitely gonna leave.
Oh yeah, I love when Luffy is like, I didn't break it, and Shaka's like, Okay.
Alrighty, cool.
And then
I
he's
definitely
like,
didn't break it.
I did it. Because Luffy he was barely in the episode, but he killed it. He killed it.
Yo,
this
it's
episode.
what he does.
Yeah,
It's what he does. He's the man.
These crews are so weird, man.
I know, but I love it. They're working. Edison with Nami and Brooke.
Edison is officially my favorite.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shaka.
Yeah.
You're the coolest, definitely. But Edison is just like he's
my god, he was killing me. I love it when she's like, there it is, and he's like, what? You found him? And then she's like, diamonds, and he's like, what?
What are you doing? You can't carry this. You're right, I can't. You carry it. It's like, oh my god.
And he's like, what? I was like, classic Nami, because like she's probably like, where's Sanji?
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
Sanji.
when her eyes went to the berry thing, and Edison was like, I shouldn't look like that.
I know. Edison is great.
He's a top tier character right now.
Yeah, he's really
fantastic.
Good. Yeah,
he shined this episode.
I love when Brooke was just like when Nami's like blah blah blah, and Brooke is just like, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're not coming back to the island. Why can't we just have these? It's like,
And I love when Edison's like. He's like, well, those are man-made diamonds, and Nami's eyes turn again. She's like, you can make diamonds.
The future's wide open.
And he's like, I was just like, what is wrong with you? That's pretty much his entire thing.
It's like what is this crew? So that was spectacular. Every second of that is awesome.
They're doing Sanji bad in this arc.
Yeah.
They're doing him bad.
Yeah. He's a dog right now.
Yeah. Stussy's not helping.
No, that's I think you said last episode, it's like, I don't like this combo.
No.
She can easily use him.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely going to fight somebody. I don't know what Seraphim they're going to fight.
It'd be hilarious if it was Shark. Oh,
yeah.
And then he just did the same move again on Sanji.
That would be funny. That would be really funny.
They chucked him to a wall. That wasn't.
I will say one thing I loved about this episode was when York got turned into stone is that we realized if you just find S Snake cute, like you would find a kid cute,
yes,
she can turn you into stone.
Yes. Whoo! You dodged a bullet, Oda. Good job.
Because that first time she did that, we were all like, man.
Oh, prison.
But she's cute. She is cute.
She is cute. Yep. That's undeniable. Yep. Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, if there was like a little kid and it was really cute, and they could turn me to stone because I thought they were cute, I'd probably be screwed.
Yeah, that's probably.
I'd be like, oh, what a cutie.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's very true. So, oh goodness, yeah.
However,
so
her hair flip was so dramatic.
I know it was. I do know it was. I wonder if this is supposed to be a very important scene though, where like this shows who the villains are going to be for the good portion of the arc right now. Like it's like the Seraphim are now the villains or something like that.
Ah, that makes sense.
That'd be like some dramatic thing. I really want to see if they have more Seraphim though, because they have so many doors.
They did have so many doors.
And I want to see it be all the warlords. I want to see.
If there's like Deco Moria, Seraphim, I'd be so pissed.
Well, he was cool. He looked okay when he was younger.
Yeah, no, that is true.
He looked cool. He had a glow down.
That is true.
Bird One Piece.
Yeah, that is true.
I think someone commented that on one of our videos. But I really want to see a Doflamingo one.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That'd be terrible.
That'd be terrible, but amazing.
That would be amazing. That would be cool if they did have all the warlords.
Yeah, right.
If there was a Buggy one.
That'd be.
Buggy is in this season.
He is, yeah.
According to the opening, he does something.
Oh yeah, he's with the guild.
Actually,
right
I think
now, right?
Zoro like swings a sword at him or something. I don't know.
Really?
I'll rewatch that. In the episode.
I haven't watched the opening in like a month.
Yeah, he's in this.
That's cool. Is everyone gonna be an egghead? I'm down for that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That would be funny. S Clown.
S Clown.
And it's just like it just constantly does nothing, but somehow succeeds.
Yep. One of the best characters ever. Yeah.
There's about to be some really wicked cool fighting going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. This is gonna suck. This is gonna be a sucky thing to say. I do want some of the satellites to die. Not because I don't like them as characters. I think it's just gonna be better. Like when Pythagoras got blown up this episode, I thought like, did they finally actually kill one of these things? Like
they're not gonna die.
I want one. I know nobody in One Piece does. I thought the robot ones might.
It's One Piece.
I know.
Nothing dies. Ace died. Whitebeard succumbed to his own death.
Yes, he chose to die.
Bonclay's definitely not dead.
No.
I mean,
Pedro killed himself.
Oh, Pedro did die.
Yeah,
he died. Anyone died recently? Pig Mom and Kaido could be dead.
I'm not 100% on that.
I'm not 100% on that one either. They should be dead.
They should be dead. I'm not 100% on that.
Maybe Big Mom not being... Kaido being alive, that wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah. But. The two guys, whatever, in the Wano arc, the fat guy with the pink hair, and then Whitebeard's old crewmate.
Yeah, Wado,
the both of them died.
Yeah, Wado did that right.
Yeah.
Except for freaking Kinemon.
I know.
Oh, dead forever.
I know.
But
it's also like maybe the
actually,
Stella have a chance.
maybe one of the Vegapunks can die actually
Yeah.
because one of two people died.
That's true.
And
yeah,
like
so.
the one scene that was really sad.
Yeah, I think. Well, like I don't think. Yeah, and that's my whole thing. It's like if any one of these lives, Vegapunk isn't dead. Essentially, in essence, like so even if they kill Stella, unless it's like one of those like Dracula things, you kill the head vampire.
It might be.
Yeah, so
It might be.
I don't
well,
know.
because he's got the devil fruit, so yeah.
No, that's a good point. Yeah,
because that would end the devil fruit.
Well, yeah, but would the brain persist though through it? It's in the records.
Well, it's gotta be
his brain's definitely.
Yeah, but he's putting brain waves. It's a body thing.
Yeah,
clearly, because like Blackbeard's clearly like drinking blood or something like that.
Yeah,
so it's like it's probably part of his body.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You can't project like a devil fruit. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe.
I think if you killed him, because it's his power.
Yeah,
it's not Shaka's power.
I guess that's true. But the brain's disconnected from him, so like it's clearly in some sort of storage record thing. So it's like
you're right.
So maybe even if he dies, like maybe it stops uploading information. But like
he would die. I think it would end.
You think it would
end? Because his brain would die. Because if he died,
unless they have a way to keep the brain alive. So I'm saying like they already disconnected it from his body.
Well, now can he ever die? That's the question.
That's a good point.
I mean, if his brain's there and it's still functioning, then he's technically not dead.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Questions abound. One Piece.
Every episode we do this with One Piece where we go on like
the One Piece series are awesome though. I love it.
But it was a great episode. Next episode is gonna be awesome. There's gonna be tons of good fights.
Can't wait.
The crew matchups are great. Love it all.
Can't wait. Yep.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.